This is LonelyRS, my maxed Iron Man. I maxed this account nearly 4 years ago and hunted tons of boss items along the way. But since then, things have changed. The collection log exists, and so does tons of new content that this account hasn't even touched yet. The goal is simple. I want to complete the entirety of old school RuneScape. This means filling in as many slots on the collection log as I can, as well as doing tons of content that most people don't even think about. Welcome to Iron Completionist. Alright, starting this one off by doing something that I totally forgot to do after my grind in the last video, and that's going to be turning in all of these grubby keys. I have like 60 of them. This might take a hot minute, but I'm going to do 3 at a time. You get a decent amount of potions and some food from it, so I figure I might as well collect like some of that, throw it in the bank. Not really going to show you guys like everything I get from here because none of it's really game-changing or anything, but it's pretty decent. I mean, you get stuff like, you know, snapdragons, you get some runes, you get some potions. I mean, I just got 20 snapdragons and 200 freaking blood runes from that. Like, it's a good amount of stuff, but it's nothing that's going to be crazy game changing, so I probably won't bother to show it. Before we go any further, I want to take some time to thank today's video sponsor, Cards and Castles, a tactical CCG game available on Android, iOS, and Steam. The best part about Cards and Castles, it isn't rocket science to get involved. In short, there are a bunch of collectible cards and a battlefield where you position your units and spells. The cards are kind of wacky, which keeps the experience really lighthearted, but they also have a lot of depth, so strategy actually matters. There's 7 unique factions, including the new Undead faction, and again, everything is really easy to understand. The cards will tell you exactly what they do, unlike some of the other card games these days that have gotten just a little out of hand. Even the legendary cards, like this one here, aren't overly complicated. Your units cost 1 less, draw a card each time you play a unit. Done, simple. The game is highly rated on all platforms and has an incredibly active community that hosts regular monthly tournaments. Cards and Castles also just received a huge update as well that introduced a new 40 card set, a bunch of user interface updates, and a new way to play the game, Sea Monsters. So give it a shot for free right now by using my link in the description, and make sure to use promo code LowSoulGamers to get yourself a free legendary as well as 5 free packs. Alright, that is all the keys open. 279 grubby chests in total. It's kind of nuts, actually. So the thing that I really wanted to do this episode is actually take a little bit of a crack at some of these new Desert Treasure 2 bosses. I haven't done any of them yet, and I think like the most obvious one to start with would obviously be Vardorvis, because it drops the wherever the heck it is Ultor Vistage, which is basically, it's just a better Berserker ring. I should probably go for that. I might go for one of the other ones instead. I don't know. Maybe I'll just grind out the entire thing in one video. I have no idea what I want to do yet, but in order to even do any of this, I have to go and actually do Desert Treasure 2. So there is one more passive grind I want to start working on while I'm doing this whole Desert Treasure 2 boss grind and all that stuff, and that's not just birdhouses, but it does have to do with birdhouse runs. Now you guys know that I do these all the time to try and get myself god eggs to go for the evil chicken outfit pieces. There is one side benefit to this grind. You get an absolute shitload of seed nests. Now, why the hell is that relevant, and how many do I have? First of all, I have over 6,000 of them, which is just abhorrent. The reason this is relevant is because if I go to my collection log, there is one thing that I have not finished yet that a lot of you guys probably don't know about, and that is Hespori. I have 80 Hespori, KC, and have yet to receive a bottomless compost bucket. I hate farming. I hate farming with a passion, I hate doing tree runs, and that's really the best way to get Hespori seeds. Opening all of these nests, which is going to give me Carpal Tunnel, will also give me a lot of spirit seeds that I can exchange at the farming guild to try to just get Hespori seeds from those seed packs. I'll see you guys after I get some RSI. I'm going to open up 6,000 birds' nests. Ow. That's all the nests opened. I'm just curious, how many spirit seeds? 77. That's insane. Let's go do a birdhouse run and then start on some of this. I think I'm gonna have to start doing some herb runs too here, because I'm not really like low on Renars, but my prayer potion stack isn't looking super amazing, so I'd like to build that up a little bit. Plus, I have literally 1,400 Renar seeds amongst just all this other stuff in here. I mean, like 540 snap seeds, 388 tortils. It's kind of ridiculous. I feel like I should be, you know, at least trying to do herb runs, if nothing else, despite me literally saying earlier I don't like doing it. Holy shit. That's a lot of seed packs, bro. If I don't get this in the 24 Hesperia seeds, I just got, I don't know, man, because that'll be over 100 KC, and that's just insane. All right, I had to do a quick Barrows run before starting this quest, because I had to get this strange icon or whatever. This actually is kind of nice, though, because I still have plenty of Barrows collection log slots left. And it's a minor convenience to get this crypt map here, because I can now, like, see the actual mini-map in Barrows, so that's a little nice. But let's finally go get started on Desert Treasure 2. What a fucking troll. Dude, I went to the quest helper to start it, and look at this. There will not be a quest helper for this for a month. You son of a bitch. It's fine. I'm pretty sure the wiki will have stuff now. I've done this quest blind once. I don't want to do it a second time without some assistance. All right, that was my first kill with that boss, and it was quite not good. Still doing the quest, obviously, but I know you get 1 KC on every boss during the quest, so I'll have to work on this one for sure, considering it's the one I'm probably going to be grinding. But that one actually was, like, way easier than I remember doing it the first time, so that's our first Leviathan KC. Alright, that was, like, super easy, but unfortunately, this boss is, like, the easiest one by a mile, and it drops the worst ring. For me, anyway, because I don't have a staff. Alright, that one definitely not my best, but I might actually camp out Whisper. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Alright, that actually wasn't too bad the second time around. Definitely a lot easier than doing it blind. Now I need to decide which one of the bosses I want to kill, and honestly, kind of debating the Whisperer, just because that ring is a decent DPS upgrade, like if I happen to get lucky and get the Belzeddarr ring early. Then I thought about it, and as an iron, I'm gonna need 3 chromium ingots anyway. Why not start off by going for Vardorvis, which is the one that I really want anyway, since it drops the Ultor Vistage. Since I don't have a light bearer yet, I actually think this will be probably the most useful. I guess I could potentially also do Leviathan. I don't know. I guess if I get really bored of Vardorvis, I might swap to Leviathan for a little bit. I'm not sure. You kind of have to pick one and commit for a while. And so begins the long learning process of a new boss. The drop rates from here are, I'm pretty sure, like, notably worse than the other bosses, but just because I'm pretty sure it's just because he's faster to kill. I guess I'll figure this out as we go. Hopefully we get the tablet early. Alright, so it definitely gets a little hectic at the end there. Seems doable. I feel like I can learn this. Hopefully. Fuck. Alright, maybe I can't learn this. The bright side is, my deaths here are only gonna cost me what looks like a little under 50k. At least it's not as punishing as, like, Tombs of Amasket wipes. Main problem I'm noticing right now is I just get overwhelmed at the end. So I think it's just gonna be like an adaptation thing. The more I do this boss, hopefully the more I just get used to it. This is just one of those bosses where I feel like my habitual playing in fixed kind of screws me. So I'll be playing like this for a little bit on, like, the not quite full screen, but just slightly larger screen so I can see a bit more. Maybe it'll help. Oh, a heart clue. I'm pretty sure these bosses can drop all tiers of clues, so I'll probably just, like, kind of just do these in between, like, farm runs and birdhouse runs and shit. So 153, I'm getting, like, a little better at this. I think I'll be able to, like, it's feeling like eventually this might end up being, like, 30 kills an hour or something. But the teleport should help. I don't actually know where it takes you, but I know it'll take me closer than how I'm getting there now. Adamant javelins, what the heck? Well, a new PB, but what the heck is adamant javelins? What? Okay, we're whittling it down. 138. Alright, that's gotta be a huge PB. Yeah, 125? I don't see myself beating that for a long time. Let's got these. Hey! Oh, that's a collection log slot, too. Awakener's Orb. I'm pretty sure this is the thing you need to be able to do the hard mode kills. Kind of weird to be getting it before the teleport, but I have no idea what the drop rates are. I know that at some point I'm gonna need, like, an absolute ton of these, because I've heard that these are not particularly easy. Obviously, I'll practice it on my main first, but it's 1 attempt per orb, so gonna want to stack those up quite a bit. Well, you remember how 2 kills ago I said I was never gonna be able to beat that PB? Well, hey, I beat it. That was a 4 or 5 kill trip, so I'm getting a bit more comfortable here too. Definitely noticing the difference. Eventually, I'd like to swap out of the Blood Fury, but if I have to farm more blood shards for this because it's just convenience bis, then you know what? I'll just do that. It's not that big of a deal, and I can AFK the shards anyway. Oh my god, another orb? I'm only 22 KC. I've had 2 orbs. And it's no teleport, which I think is 1 in 25, but I'm gonna need a bunch of these, so cool, I guess. Hey, there we go. Just past the drop rate and after an absolutely terrible kill. That is the Strangled Tablet. So now I can actually teleport back here. I don't know where it takes me exactly. I think it takes me like here maybe. So it's not a crazy time save, but it's definitely kind of nice. Ooh, 104. Most of my kills are substantially longer than that, to people wondering. But if I get like a nice kill and I feel like dumping both of my specs, you know, yeah, like I like going for PBs. It's something to keep you entertained. Ooh, that's a nice one. 90 Onyx bolts because I perfected that kill too. What a good one. Oh yeah, that's a mechanic I forgot to mention. These bosses, apparently, if you avoid all the avoidable damage, you actually get 50% more normal loot. I don't think this does anything to the rare loot, so it's not really a big deal. But obviously, you try for perfect kills anyway, and when it works out, you get 90 Onyx bolts. That's pretty nice. Oh, shit. Okay, literally my first kill back, and I just got the blood quartz. I should probably go figure out what this actually does. All right, so I guess you can actually just use this on the ancient scepter, and it makes your blood spells able to like overheal you. That's not really that crazy, but it's also not too bad. So I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of weird niche use for that at some point. And I hope that all this good luck on items early does not mean we're gonna go dry on the stuff I really want. We'll see, knock on wood. You take a look at my inventory here, you'll see that I'm making ultra compost. The whole thing that I'm chasing with the bottomless compost bucket that I mentioned I'm doing on the side. I have been doing my farm runs and whatnot. I've been doing a lot of farm runs and I'm actually starting to run out of ultra compost, but thanks to my wieldy boss grind, I have 11,000 super compost. So I don't really have to use the compost bins. I just have to mine the volcanic ash, which is really convenient. It's just another benefit to doing the wieldy grind, to be honest. I'm getting super lucky on these things, man. I'm pretty sure they're like 1 in 80, and I've already had, this is my 3rd one now, so 3 Awakener's orbs already. Sorry if you can hear the rain, my window's open, I'm just enjoying the peaceful weather. All right, that is 100 KC, and a perfect kill as well. We take that. Gotten a lot more comfortable with this boss, though. Admittedly, I really do wish I could, like, watch shows and stuff while I'm doing it, but I have to have my screen pretty big. It just helps way too much, and I have sound cues on as well, because again, it helps. Hopefully we don't have to spend like a year here, but I've seen some pretty crazy dry streaks, so we'll see, I guess. Oh, I don't even want to show that kill. That was a really bad kill. Another Awakener's Orb. I didn't expect to get another one of these for a while, to be honest. Also got an easy clue, which is kind of weird. You know, I was thinking about it a little bit, and since these bosses can drop every tier of clue scroll, I think what Jagex was kind of trying to do here was, like, imply that this boss is dropping master clues, because, you know, you can turn in every tier of clue scroll over at Watson. I think this is their first attempt at kind of having a boss drop masters. That's a 2nd blood quartz. No idea what the drop rate is in this thing. I'm actually going to look it up because I'm kind of curious. 1 in 200, so we are really ahead on everything except, like, I guess the more noticeable drops, which makes me really hope that maybe we've just somehow hit a couple rolls already for the ring. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. Got really excited there for a second. I thought I got something crazy, but that's another Awakener's Orb. Again, I'm getting really lucky on these, like, I guess more common drops. I'm getting pretty lucky on them. I say common, but we're still way over the rate for them, so I'm sure in the future I'll appreciate all these orbs. You know, if I told you guys the amount of times I've died, I honestly just don't think you would believe me. Earlier it wasn't costing me that much, but now it's costing me 170k, so I honestly don't know what's changed. Oh, no way! Oh my god. Maybe this is my boss. This is one of the pieces of the Soul Reaper. I can't lie. I'm actually, like, really tempted now to just farm out the Soul Reaper instead of doing what I'm doing. But that's probably a bad idea, right? Alright, so I'm running some numbers on these DPS calculators, and, like, it's really good, and it's definitely better than what I'm using, but I don't think it's, like, better enough to justify going for the other pieces. This is already insane. I'm pretty sure this is, like, 1 in 1100 or something from here. I think it's, like, the same rate as the full freaking ring, actually. That's already really, really cool. 90 Onyx bolts. Love to see that. Oh, more Onyx bolts. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, another Awakener's Orb. There is 200 KC here. They spawn out there. It's outside of the arena. How did they spawn out there? Sad I messed that one up, especially considering the drop is 200 raw sharks, which is pretty good. But that is 300 KC here at Vardorvis. That's Blood Quartz number 3. Here's our first drop in a minute. 333, what a nice number. Awakener's Orb. That's, I think, number, like, 7 or something. I've had Mithril Javelins. That's a new one. Oh, what a drop on 400 KC. So we've only actually seen 1 unique roll so far, which was the Axe Head, I believe. The other stuff I don't think is actually on the unique table, so I'm really hoping that means that we have 1 or 2 rolls on the Vestige, but either way, we'll still need 3 chromium ingots, so I'm just hoping. You know, I wish there was a way to check. I don't really like the invisible 3 rolls thing, personally. There we go. That was a freaking terrible kill. Do not mind the 2 rings in my inventory. Well, my hope was that we were a couple rolls deep on the vestige already, but we did just receive a chromium ingot. I think you need 3 of these per vestige. In my opinion, this is like a much more visual way of gauging how close you are to the ring. I'm still hoping, based on our KC, that we do have at least 1 roll for the ring, because I believe it's like 1 in 130-ish, give or take, to hit the unique table, and that ingot was only our second, like, visible roll on the table. Yeah, there's another Awakener's Orb on 416. Alright, there's Blood Quartz number 4. We are way over the rate on these things. No way! Oh my god, what? Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. I finally got spooned on a newish update. I am over the moon with this. What? Dude, I didn't even know what to say. I've like never been this spooned for an item that I want before. I like really lucky, because this means I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls here. 443 KC. That like, and 8 Awakener's Orbs and 4 blood. Like that's insane. The extremely unfortunate thing about this is that I actually can't make the new ring yet, because I only have 1 chromium ingot. I have to do something to get more ingots, and there doesn't really feel like any reason to do Vardorvis, because the only thing that I need here that the other bosses can't drop is the pet. I'm gonna kind of look at the other bosses and maybe feel out which one I want to do, because I'm not really sure yet. So after thinking about it, the Whisperer seems like a good option because it has the best drop rate for the chromium ingot. However, I don't have a Atomic Shadow, and the Bellator vestige, just really don't feel like is that useful for me, because it's best paired with a scythe, and I don't have a scythe. Which leaves me the Leviathan and Duke. I'm not even going to try to say the rest of his name. Duke, similar thought process. Don't really need the Magus Vestige just because I don't have a Shadow. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for me to go to this one just yet either. Plus, again, it's better killed with a Scythe, although Arclight I'm pretty sure works fine here. Leviathan, however, doesn't have the best drop rate on ingots, but the Venator Vestige would be useful, so I might as well start working towards that for the future. So I think I'm going to go with Leviathan. Also, I really can't emphasize, like, just how lucky it is to get the vestige on this KC, because not only is this like less than half of the drop rate, it's also the fact that I got another roll on the table for the axe head and another roll on the table for the ingot. That's just that's phenomenal, man. All right, so I've heard that the crystal armor and Bofa is actually better than T-bow at Leviathan. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know nothing about these bosses yet. And apparently the Webweaver bow spec is actually really good in the last phase, so hey, look at that. It works out even better that I went for wildy weapons before grinding these, I guess. That's kind of weird though, but I guess we'll see. The Amulet of the Eye teleports me like right here, so I guess it saves me a little bit of time instead of running from the fairy ring, so that's kind of nice, I guess. See if I remember how to do this boss at all. Alright, so that was not ideal, but it's a kill, I guess. 3 minutes is pretty slow. I think, again, Vardorvis had a huge learning curve to it, so I imagine this boss probably does too. That was way better. That was way better. I figured out the marker stuff for it, so that helped a bit. Okay, that last phase kind of sucks. Alright, we're improving. So, I guess being in the orb reduces the damage you take, it seems like, too, in the last phase, so I really need to get better at that, but hoping that's something that just comes with practice. That was way better. Alright, so focusing on staying in the orb over anything else seems like the priority. That was pretty good. 180 manta rays, what? That's crazy. And that's not even nowhere near a perfect kill yet. Wow. Oh, Dragon Bolts. Okay. Boss seems to have more of a lucrative drop table than Vardorvis did. Not that Vardorvis was bad, but this just seems better. Don't show me the loot, don't show me the loot, don't show me the loot. Okay, Angry Fishes. Well, that's first death. Oh, you keep the amulet on death too. It's actually convenient as hell. I've realized what's killed me the past several kills, and it was being in melee range. So I'm probably just gonna mark the entirety of melee range so I don't stand there, which is gonna be annoying. Don't judge me, okay? I'm learning. I think this might help. I see you judging me. Stop that. Oh, look at that. That is our first Awakener's Orb here. No idea what the drop rates on anything are here. I just know that they're slightly better than Vardorvis. And by slightly, I mean probably pretty substantially, considering this boss takes a little longer to kill. Not even close. I'm still walking into melee range, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if the tile indicators are helping me. I think I'm just bad. Sloppy, but it's kill. Whoa! Yes, dude! Chromium ingot before I even get the freaking telly, dude. I'm really bad at this boss so far, but it's really early. I can't believe it. I'm one chromium ingot away from having a new best in slot item. Yo, and on the nice kill, we get the tablet. Okay, okay. Now, truthfully, I'm actually curious if this is even going to save me any time. Because as of right now, what I'm doing is I'm teleporting to my POH, and I'm hitting the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. Then I'm using my Amulet of the Eye, which takes me right by this bank at Guardians of the Rift on my way back. Now, it's a little bit of a walk to get to this bank chest, but, you know, it's passing a bank without having to teleport to one, technically, since it's on the way. So, I'm interested to see if this is actually gonna save any time. Let's see where this takes me. It's really not that much closer. So, it probably is like a really, really slight time save, but I don't think it's by much, actually. So, it took me about 30 kills to realize that the spawn of the orb is actually static and that it always spawns over there. So that might help a little bit for the final phase. Ooh, hey, I think that's actually my first perfect kill on this boss, which is a little embarrassing, but I like this boss actually more than Vardorvis, and I feel like it's more rewarding, less punishing, but also way easier to mess up. The difference, of course, being if you mess up here, generally speaking, it's not going to result in a death unless you mess up like multiple times, but if you mess up at Vardorvis, 1 or 2 mistakes can very easily snowball. I actually think I prefer this boss. That's disgustingly massive PB, it has to be. 135! Wow, that was a ridiculous kill. Ooh, 270 raw mentor rays. Now that's a drop. Oh, okay, I just did an elite. Come back, get another one. 83 KC, another Awakener's Orb. It seems like these things are just going up and up and up in price right now, which is, I guess, not that surprising. A lot of people really want to get the armor, but I'll worry myself with that when I actually have full Torva. Rewarded. That was a tough kill. Got an Awakener's Orb for it, though. Alright, there is 100 KC at Leviathan. Ooh, for 40 rune ore, that is just gorgeous. When you land the perfect kill on, like, the runite ore, that's beautiful. That's a new drop that I definitely messed up a perfect kill on, but 90 Onyx Bolt Tips is pretty freaking nice. So the process of learning and doing these bosses has actually, like, exhausted a lot of my food supply, so I'm gonna have to start cooking some. Luckily for me, I have a lot banked, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's just a bit of a time sink, so I'm gonna cook up, like, I don't know, a couple thousand sharks or something, and then head back to Leviathan, hopefully get that last ingot. I cooked a few sharks. Hey, Awakener's Orb on 165. 186 KC, another Awakener's Orb. It's just nice to see those little beams, man. It always gives me a little bit of motivation. I'm not, like, dry here, but, you know, any boss seeing the beams is nice. Alright, there is 200 KC at Leviathan. Hoping that we get that ingot soon. Well, it's not quite what we're after, but another Awakener's Orb. We take those. Alright, another orb. The game is just whipping these at me right now. Whoa, I love that one. 40 Renor. Love it. Oh, that's a nice one to get. 270 Manta Rays. Hey, another Awakener's Orb. Okay, I'll take it. That is 300 KC at Leviathan now. We've still only had the ingot in terms of visible rolls on the unique item table. So, again, similar thing to what I was saying before. I guess I'm just really hoping that we have a couple of rolls on the ring already, which would be really nice, but also would kind of just dig me deeper in this hole of needing more chromium ingots. Still also haven't even had a smoke quartz yet, so I'm not doing super hot here, but we did really good at Vardorvis, so it's kind of hard to complain. But it would be nice to, you know, get that last ingot. I'd really like to be able to put on this new ring, man. Maybe a PB? Hey, finally a new PB, dude. 128. I don't see myself beating that, like, ever. Hey, another Awakener's Orb. Looks like they're going down in price. Another orb. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, another orb. Glad I lived that kill, I guess, on 5 HP. Alright, well, I only have 10 Snapegrass seeds left, so I think this is going to represent the end of my herb runs for a little while. Been doing them pretty consistently over the past week or so. I know I always talk about really not liking them, but I'm curious because I haven't checked how many things I actually have in the bank. So let's go to the herb tab and look. Looks like we have just about 3,000 Renar Weeds. Honestly, a little less than I thought. I did about 1,000 Torstals, and we have 5,000 Snapegrass. So I guess maybe I should keep planting these Renar seeds for a little bit, just so that we can stack up enough potions to cover all the Snapegrass sitting in the bank. That's kind of nice. So at least those spirit seeds, I guess, had multiple uses, and I still need to keep coming back here anyway because I have to keep farming Hispori for the bucket that I still don't have. All right, well, don't observe the end of that kill. I started messing up a lot, but that is 400 KC here at Leviathan with still only one visible roll on the drop table. Kind of wild, to be honest. I'm just huffing copium and hoping that I'm 2 out of 3 on that ring. Whoa, 135 onyx bull tips. That's a good kill to get a perfect on, huh? What was that? Well, it's not what I'm after, but 444 KC, that's another Awakener's Orb. Really can't complain with a nice little beam of light. Hey. Alright, so it's not quite the item that we're after, but at least it's finally a log slot from here. The Smoke Quartz on 453 KC. What? You're kidding. You're actually kidding. Oh, how the tables have turned. I go from no Smoke Quartz to literally back-to-back Smoke Quartz. Now, the Quartz isn't actually on, like, the rare items table, like the uniques table, so it's not like that these were, like, missed rolls on anything really good or anything, but wow, that's one way of RNG coming back around for sure, I guess. All right, there's our third Smoke Quartz. Go from 0 to 3 pretty quick. 489, I got trolled by the beam. That's an Awakener's Orb, not bad, though. Alright, that is my absolutely terrible kill, but 500 KC at Leviathan now, which now means I have more KC here than Vardorvis, and one visible drop on the table. So I guess the RNG from Vardorvis not only didn't carry over, but it has already more than balanced itself out here. Even if I'm 2 out of 3 on the ring, I'm still pretty substantially dry, so hopefully we see something soon. Jesus Christ, fucking just click one spot and my character runs to fucking Narnia. I got an Awakener's Orb on that. That was a god-awful kill. Alright, 530, another Awakener's Orb. I keep getting baited by the beams. Another Smoke Quartz. We had none of these like 100 kills ago, and now we have 4. Ooh. That's a nice one. I'll take more bolt tips. Very nice. Okay, 270 Manta Rays, also pretty good. Alright, that's 600 KC here. Yep, still here. Alright, so I grabbed a couple of things that I just have extras of, or like have a bunch of, like these magic shortbow scrolls. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all in the coffer. It'll give me like a couple more mil, and honestly, I need a little hit of dopamine, and this feels like it'll be it, because number go up, and number go up will make me happy. TIL, you can't put items worth less than 10k as individual items in here. That kind of sucks, because this is like over 1 million GP that I would have liked to have in the coffer. That'll hopefully last me a while. At this rate, maybe not that long, but we'll see. Someone's gonna say it. Don't worry, those an extra pair of flare trousers. That was not my only pair. I hope. Trust me. I'm trusting myself. Oh, I heard the jingle. I got so excited, but it's just an Awakener's Orb. Well, you know what? I haven't seen one of those in a minute, so that's still nice. Nice to see a beam. Well, this is how you know I've been working on this video for a while, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's 90 Hespori KC now. I'm pretty sure I started this video at 80, so it's been at least 10 days. Probably longer, to be honest, because I haven't been, well, first of all, these don't always grow in 24 hours. I'm kind of relying on the Cronus plant to make that happen. But I haven't been checking them, like, exactly when they grow either, so it's been a minute. Oh my god. Yes. Finally something. Finally, yes. Bro, I cannot believe this. I have 2 vestiges, and I only have 2 ingots. Why? The funny thing about this one is, this isn't even really that far above the drop rate. Like, the actual expected rate is, I think, like 760 something. We got all the way to 642 here. Still just the 2 ingots, though. We are still missing the Leviathan's Lure, so I could stay for that, but I think I'm gonna do what I did last time, and I guess we just go to a different boss to get the last ingot? I don't know anymore, man. All right, no matter what, I am going to finish 1 freaking ring in this video. I need 1 ingot. So I guess at this point it's between Duke, which I mean is definitely doable, but I'm not sure if you go Arclight or Fang there, that's not a big deal, or Whisperer. Duke has a more useful ring technically. I guess Whisperer technically has the slightly more useful ring. Either way, I'm not going to be making either of these for a long time, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm basically flipping a coin here. All right, so I figure I might as well go to Duke. I feel like it makes more sense. Problem is, I have done this a little bit on the main, since I did Desert Treasure 2 on the main. doing way before this account, but I did it with a scythe, which is a 5-tick. So I don't know if I'm supposed to use Arclight or Fang. So it looks like the drop rates at Duke are like pretty much the same as they are at Leviathan, which is actually surprising. I thought Leviathan was a bit more rare. This will be fun. A lot of running back and forth, and I forgot a stamina potion, which I definitely need to bring. Arclight really bad here? 320 feels really bad. The more attentive among you may have noticed why those kills were so long. It's because I wasn't potted. Yeah, that will probably make a difference, genius. Alright, I mean, I took a lot of damage that kill, but a 159 feels really freaking good considering I'm using an Arclight. Might try the Osmumten's Fang just because 5-tick, I don't know. It just feels better, so I might try that, see how it feels for a couple kills anyway. I mean, I'm still super early on, so I might swap back and forth a bit. I'm actually leaving this trip because I ran out of stamina, which is leading me to believe that it's probably not worth using the Blood Fury here. I mean, you also don't hit this boss nearly as much as you hit Vardorvus just because it has way less health. I'm not really sure on that one either, but the Fang, I will say, does just feel way better than Arclight. I know technically it's not, but it just feels better. Oh, okay. 17 KC, Awakener's Orb. That's our first one here. Hey, there we go, the frozen tablet. This is actually really, really, really good because it's a Muspa teleport as well. And it allows you to kind of just do like 1 kill Muspa, go back to the POH, get your stats and everything, and hit your pool. So this is really nice. And you know what? Actually, because I don't know what happens to these when you die, I'm just gonna go back. Hey, look how nice this is. It teleports you right here. Muspa's right there. That's very, very nice. That's gonna be super convenient for the future. What the fuck is that? 5 dragon plate legs? Okay. I mean, I know that wasn't a perfect kill, so it probably goes up, but that's a drop, I guess. Okay. 300 sea turtles? What the fuck? Oh, I walked out early. Fuck. Ah, that's the first death. What? Hey. Not leaving that on the ground. Of course, I get hit by 1 stun on this kill, of course. Alright, well, still, 5 dragon plate legs is nice. Ooh, 30 rune ore. Hey, new PB, 154. Ooh, 250 dragon arrow tips. That's a really nice one. I feel like the drops here are way better than I expected them to be honest with you, man. Alright, that is 100 KC. Sorry for the flashing screen. That is 100 KC at Duke. Honestly, probably the easiest boss. Actually, not even probably. Definitely the easiest boss so far. I think I've died like 2 or 3 times, and so far every death has just been to me being extremely greedy. Yeah, chillin'. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, no rolls on the drop table yet. I think the rate is like 1 in 90 here for the unique table. Really, at this point, kind of hoping I don't get the Magus Vistage before I just get an ingot. I just want an ingot, man. Hopefully it doesn't take too crazy long, because I really want to get that improved Berserker Ring. That's what I'm going to be making first. I've actually thought about it and decided I can't think of that many uses for the Venator Vestige where I wouldn't just want a Light Bearer instead. I'll probably mull that over too, though. It's not like I'm never going to make it, but I feel like I should probably just go for a Light Bearer before I make this. I don't know. Just going to that immediately because I wasn't expecting to get it. That's an Awakener's Orb on 106. 250 arrow tips is pretty fucking good. Okay, can we just get a replay on what just happened there? Because that was the biggest load of shit I've ever seen in my life. I tried to dodge a thing, got hit by the eye. Totally my fault. Into a stun, into another stun, into the eye again. What? That's just BS. Ooh, more arrow tips. Hey! That's a new collection log slot. The Ice Quartz on 140 KC. At least it didn't take us like 450 like it did at Leviathan. So we now have 3 of the 4 like upgrades for the scepter. I don't think any of them are particularly useful for me where my account currently is, but it's nice to have, and it's again another new log slot. Really just hoping we get that last chromium ingot, man. Okay, Awakener's Orb back to back with the quartz. Somehow that was a PB. I'll take it. Okay, so I know this totally means I'm outing myself as having not gotten the perfect kill, sue me. But look, on KC 166, I got 666 soul runes worth 166k. That's incredibly satisfying, and if you disagree with me, I'm sorry, you're just wrong. Oh, look at that drop. 7 dragon plate legs. Oh, that's such a good kill to get a perfect on. Wow, I love that. Oh, that's the axe piece. Okay. I'll certainly take it. That's my first visible roll on the drop table here. All right, cool. I know that's like a terrible reaction to that, but I don't know. I guess I was just so genuinely not expecting to get that I didn't know how to react. So we now have the piece from here. Okay, well, there goes my perfect kill. We now have a piece from here and the piece from Vardorvis, which means we need the one from Leviathan and the one from the Whisperer. The Levy one we're actually almost on the drop rate for already, so not bad. I actually just remembered there's supposedly some chest here in the ancient vault that I can use these extra like crystals on. I gotta figure out where it is exactly, but I don't even know what this chest gives. I've never really bothered to look it up. I think is it down here? Is it upstairs? Well, I gotta find this thing real quick and then we'll figure it out. I found it. It's just in the most inconvenient spot possible. Looks like it just gives you regular rolls off the boss's drop. Oh, 100 tuna potatoes is actually, oh, don't fucking, I'll take that. 500 blood runes, this isn't bad. All right, well, that's, okay, never mind, I lied. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. You know, truthfully, I was kind of hoping there would be a chance of getting like a chromium ingot from that, because that would have been really cool, but I guess not. Terrible kill, but an Awakener's Orb. It's hilarious watching the price of these just quickly decline, showing you guys how long I've been here. Not here specifically at this boss, obviously, just in general. Another Awakener's Orb, I'll take it. And there is 200 KC at the Duke. Hey, something at least. Awakener's Orb on 272. Whoa, that's such a good drop. 7 Dragonflay legs, man. Might not be getting ingots, but at least that's nice to see. Alright, that is 300 KC here at the Duke now. And you know what, at this point, it's really feeling like we're gonna get Vestige number 3 before we get our 3rd ingot. So you know what, bring it on, because that'd just be funny at this point. Oh, I mess up the kill that's Dragon Plate Legs. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, 5D Plate Legs, still a great drop. Oh, that's the first beam I've seen in, I don't even know how long. 350 KC, Awakener's Orb. Hey, we beat the PB too. Worth the risk on the last hit, 147. I don't know how far into the video this is at this point. It's probably pretty deep, but if you like really feel like tryharding this boss, you can actually use the stuff you get from here to take Manipulate, so I can actually just do this and get the mushrooms even faster. It's obviously not necessary and doesn't save a crazy amount of time, but I don't know, I'm just finding ways of entertaining myself, I guess. Ooh, 300 Rusty Turtles is a good one. 400 KC. No way! Okay, that's pretty sick. Finally, we got our first piece of Virtus. That's oh god, I hope there's not a rollback, dude. I really hope there's not a rollback. Unfortunately for me, I don't think Virtus actually has, like, any legitimate use. It's just worse than Ancestral, and I don't plan on PKing. Obviously, I'm an Iron Man. But that is, like, one of the pretty freaking rare items to hit off the unique table. So at least I know I've hit the unique table twice here now, which, you know, I'm really hoping that we have 2 invisible rolls on the ring, because otherwise, geez. But still, that's really cool. And it's really, really rare, so that's a cool one to see. Ooh, 45 Renor too. What a trip. Hey, 145. Nice. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Finally, yes! Oh my god, let me out. Let me out. Holy fuck. That took so long. Jesus. I know it doesn't probably in video form really seem like it took that long, but man, that was like 450 Vardorvis kills, which ironically was actually, this was the fast part. I thought this would be the long part. It was, what, 400 and, oh my god, it was almost the exact same amount of Duke kills as Vardorvis kills. I was 2 kills off. And then like over 600 Leviathan kills as well. Just to make 1 ring, man. God damn, what a journey. Now I have to actually figure out how to make this, because I genuinely have no idea. Pretty sure this is all the stuff we need. First thing I have to do is actually go to Relica for some reason, because for some reason I'm pretty sure you have to use these on Pier the Seer. Something probably to do with, like, you know, the whole Dagonoth King thing. I don't know. Do I use this on you? I clicked the furnace. I broke down the Berserker Ring. The Mighty Berserker Ring served me for many, many years. I clicked the furnace. Says I don't have any items to craft. It's fucking unnecessarily complicated process, man. I'm trying to make. What do you mean I don't have any items to craft? What is this? Wait, what did that say? What? Now I have to go back to him? All right, I guess I had to break down the Berserker Ring before talking to Pier the Seer, which is weird. I assumed you would just have to have the Vestige instead, but let's try this again. What do you mean I don't have any items to craft with it? What do I do? Okay, so I have to use this together first. Okay, sure, why not? Just make this unnecessarily complicated. Yes, yes, finally. Oh my God, that took way too long. Ultar ring. First of all, at the time of me recording this, this is 47 mil. I don't think that's actually accurate. I just checked. It's actually around like 200 still. It's probably gone down by the time this video comes out because this is actually not an insane amount of time after the Desert Treasure 2 release. New best in slot melee ring finally unlocked. 12 melee strength. And it might not seem like that big of a deal, but that's just an entire max hit over the Berserker ring in every situation. And you guys know I use the Berserker ring just about everywhere. This is absolutely huge. It is just a massive item to have, and I'm very, very happy to have finally unlocked it. It's bittersweet because I take the Berserker ring out and then boom, altar ring. Now I have to get the other two to put in there at some point, but I really don't feel like hunting through more chromium ingots right now, especially for rings I probably won't be using very much. Throughout this video, I used a lot of potions. Like, I really depleted my prayer potion stack, but luckily for me, I do have over 5,000 Renar Reeds, so I'll probably start making those potions or something in my downtime here, and, you know, all the snape grass I have as well to accommodate that. So this was a long one. This was a really, really long one. We unfortunately, in the process of doing all this, did not get the Hespori bucket either. I'm up to 94 KC there, but regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.